It's week 1 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Titans and the Bears, and it comes your way next.
And here it is, one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Well, Brock, we saw week 1 begin on Thursday night, and now 2 more teams get their season started here on Sunday. He's Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and it is very important, partner, for both teams here that their seasons begin on a strong note.
Yeah, this is the week where I really can't take myself back to that locker room, to week 1 across the different seasons. And whether it was high school or college or pro, it was the same feeling. Right? It was hope springs eternal. Even though it's the fall and the calendar's turned and it's week 1, you're so hopeful of what lies ahead.
To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And here we go from Chicago. Here's a return from the 7. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And leading them out to the number 1 overall pick in this year's draft out of USC, a player with immense promise, Caleb Williams.
Here's the moment this fan base has dreamt of since this pick was announced. Their number 1 pick, savior of the franchise, captaining their offense in week 1. The expectations are sky high, maybe even unrealistic to a degree, but the future is undoubtedly bright with him right at the center of your team.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Williams starting with a pass here. It's taken in by Rome Odunze. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down, Williams. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. We get a look now, Brock, at their picks from this year's draft, a group that they've been more than willing to say they are very excited about bringing in.
Well, lots of folks on the media side, and frankly, other NFL front offices, Kate, have talked about the steals in this class. Some guys who should have gone much, much earlier than where they ended up going. This is a group that, if everything works out, could provide a lot more value than the picks that were spent on.
He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Roger McCreary brings him down that time. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Williams. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Well, 99% of what they did was excellent. Right play call, good route, great throw. Just needed to make that catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert every time.
So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out is their 2nd-year quarterback from Kentucky. He earned several starts as a rookie. It's Will Levis.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right? Week 1, all has a sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
That's brought in by Calvin Ridley. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 47. The Bears close it in, and they'll get him. And that pushes him back third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Throwing his Levis on third down. They want him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
They may not have been the first defense to hit the field today, but certainly they wasted no time making their presence felt. Couple sacks in just the first few plays here, and they'll add more to it if this offense doesn't start to figure out their protection.
The Titans sending out Ryan Stonehouse now on fourth down to in turn send the punt away. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60 plus. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. Nice moves on the return. He gets 17 out of it. And it's going to be Bears football. Ball at the 33 for first down. Working from the gun, Williams. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. Just couldn't find Rome Odunze there. And now they face second down. Williams from the gun. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Now thrown in the direction of DJ Moore. So now it's going to be third and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Here's pressure, and he is dropped by the Titans. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate.
It's a fake from deep on their own half. And they'll bring him down, but not before the fake gets them a first down.
That's just a great job by the special teams unit to see an opportunity and go take advantage of it, get another set of downs. And really the key to all of that, Kate, is you got to sell it. And they do. They sell it beautifully. Defense not prepared for it at all.
First down throw by Williams. Taking a deep shot here. Brought in inside the 20. And he'll go down here at the 16. Give him 32 on the play. And that's good for a big...
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Now an inside give to Johnson. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Williams. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now Williams. And he's got it. That's a layout for it, but touchdown. The Bears go up 6-0 here in the first. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Jackson now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. So Tennessee headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their 2nd drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, Levis. Escapes the pocket. Shakes himself free. He's running with it.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 28. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Levis from the shotgun. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Hey, look, beyond having to pick yourself off the ground over and over again, all of these sacks in this first quarter have led to so much disruption. Kate, what do offenses look for, especially early? Get myself into rhythm. Get myself into a tempo. What do defenses want to do? Wreck all of that, and that's exactly what this defense is doing.
And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. He picks up 16 on the good return. And the Bears are going to be set up with some great field position. First and 10 from the 41. Williams will look to throw. Allen there to haul it in. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Chicago 1st down. Johnson up the middle. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game. That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw is Williams. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage of this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Williams throwing on 4th. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st down from the red zone. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Was hoping to get that one to Keenan Allen. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. This is Johnson heading right. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Just 1 yard on the gain, so now it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 8. Williams set to pass. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Carney's kick is good. And they come away with some points on that series.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Jackson now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Tremaine Edmonds has it. And the Bears are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something to the return.
Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And talk about a dream position, Brock. Heading out with 1st and goal waiting for him. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Williams to throw. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Johnson. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bears parlay the interception into points. now the Bears will line up and go for two.
The Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, there's a reason he's playing defense, because he couldn't quite corral that one, but in the end, it doesn't matter. He still does the job and denies 2 points.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Jackson now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Levis now off the play fake. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jalen Johnson with the pick. And the Bears are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Chicago getting set to take the field now. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. And look at where they start with the football now.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Jack Gibbons in on the tackle. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
That's a 36-yard line.
Blitz coming for Williams. He sends this one to the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Now here's Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking Keenan Allen's way there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He connects downfield on 4. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
Johnson has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears stretch the lead to 23. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Jackson now to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Titans and Will Levis set to take over again. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. I know. They've got first down from the 31. First carry here for Tony Pollard. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On the play fake, it's Levis. Buying some time right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
He's on the move. He's running for it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Here comes the Titans punting unit. Ryan Stonehouse will kick it away. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. Third time they've called on him as he gets this away. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. Williams to throw on first. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Taken down by Sebastian Joseph Day. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. To throw, Williams. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down for a loss.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
First down, Williams. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So second down coming up.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Not looking good. It is 23-0. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here. And this is a worm burner. He did not hit that one well. This one down right at the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Titans on offense. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Levis. Flush down now to his left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Levis here on first down. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. That's going to be caught. Tony Pollard. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down. The Bears into the nickel for third down. Here's Levis. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. Ryan Stonehouse back out there again to punt it away. And he's been one of the players of this game. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. Takes this in at the 25. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And they're going to take over possession. They've got first down from the 31. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that brings up second down. From the gun, Johnson. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. That was Harold Landry making the tackle.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
He puts everything behind this one. That's grabbed inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears making this a laugher before halftime. It's a Romadunze touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears continue piling onto this lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Fielded at the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way, and as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Again, a run with Pollard. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Throwing is Levis on third down. That one's incomplete. Some stone hands got in the way there.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. He has it at the 33. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Bears send Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he gets him around 6 there. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense. Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Williams from the gun. Able to get it to Moore. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. To find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch, it's a perfect play to break it big.
That's incomplete left side. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And it sets up 2nd down. Now it's Johnson. He's got a gain of 6 there. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Out of the pistol, Williams. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Working from the gun, Williams. Caught near the goal line. And in for the Chicago touchdown. Oh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Santos now for the extra point. And this kick was just mishit. It is wide left and no good.
Carlos Santos, the kickoff for Chicago.
So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. He fields it from the 8. The Titans ready to take over on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Levis from the shotgun. Escapes out to the left. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, you can give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. He's on the move. He's on the move. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Hit made by T.J. Edwards.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to offer a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Fields this at the 42. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The Bears and DJ Moore back in possession here. He manages 13 on this punt return. And they're going to take over with some excellent field position. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Williams thrown again here on 2nd down. That's to his back, Roschon Johnson. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle.
I call this quarterback's best friends. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Has the connection to Odunze.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
Lengthy 4th down try here. They need 6. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential 1st down.
Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz, Levis. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's 2nd down. They're on the counter to Pollard. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. From the gun, Levis. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that brings up 4th and long. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at 4th down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Now, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3 and out.
That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears about set for their next possession. And after they were stopped on 4th down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. First down throw by Williams. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Going with Johnson here. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Off the play fake, Williams. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Here we go with Johnson. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Williams will look to throw. Has his man, it's Odunze. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll take that kind of passing from the rookie out of USC. He gets him the first. They go counter, it's Johnson. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Now they're whistling for timeout here. Somebody's shaking up on the play. Not the way he wanted to begin his rookie season. Wow, let's hope it doesn't cost him much time. They've got first down from the 31. Here's a give up the middle. He'll cobble together a yard there. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Well, so far, they've got to be pretty happy with how he's been leading their offense. It has been a great start.
And I hesitate to say it's only going to get better, especially if they really decide to keep running this offense through that quarterback's arm.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Bears with a chance to boost their lead. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. This throw is caught. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Williams set to pass. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Touchdown, Chicago! And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Santos now for the extra point. And that's no good. His 2nd missed extra point of the day. So now after his 2nd missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Levis. On the move, headed right. He can run it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 34. Pass taken in by Pollard. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Levis setting to throw. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome aboard to you and Brock. And to you at home as we take you around the NFL here on NFL Kickoff Weekend 2024. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. Trent Sherfield, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. George Pickens, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. James Conner, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. In the first half, it was the rookie from USC, Caleb Williams, who was looking the part. He was nothing short of amazing, throwing 4 touchdown passes to help push his guys out to a sizable halftime lead. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag if it's not already.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Titans are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Levis now against the blitz. And he won't escape. The Bears take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This is one of those moments that I am just at a loss for words. We just saw a record-tying 12th sack in this ball game. And it really is on two sides of it. On one side of it offensively, well, this has been impossible to block these guys. But, Kate, I have got to celebrate what we're seeing defensively. Just the 6th team in the history of this game to notch 12 sacks in one ball game.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. They're out now, ready to punt it. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it's going to be Bears football. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now they give to Johnson. And he works this to the 38 before going down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Allen there to haul it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route to catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Williams to throw on first. Completed here to Kmet. And he drives this forward to the 6.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Williams. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock, even if it would have been a touchdown. That was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Bears push their lead further to start the half. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you could strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears grow their lead yet again. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Now this offense ready to head back out. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in my double digits, and they nearly got it there.
2nd and 6 now. Escapes the pocket. He calls his own number again. He breaks out the slide. Didn't want to take a hit, but he is just shy of the 1st down marker. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Running right, here's Pollard. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Here comes the Titans punting unit. Ryan Stonehouse will kick it away. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Fields this at the 19. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be their football. First and 10 now from the 30. Now a give to Johnson, coming right. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Taken down by Sebastian Joseph Day. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. To throw, Williams. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And that one won't flip the field at all. It's down just beyond the 40-yard line. Another drive coming up for this offense. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They give on second to Pollard. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Hit made by T.J. Edwards. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be third down. Levis from the shotgun. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
On now comes their punter. And they could really use a good one here. Somebody give this guy a break as he sends his 10th punt away. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous. Right? I know on a golf course you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger, he's made it look easy.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now here's Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking Keenan Allen's way there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now an inside give to Johnson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Out of the pistol, Williams. Got Everett, and it's complete. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff to Johnson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Whistles after that play for an unfortunate sight. A player hurt in the first game of the season. Training staff out to work on him. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Williams throwing again here on 2nd down. Trying for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. They get 38 out of the play. And that's a Chicago first down.
You can't start a fire without a spark. How about a lightning bolt? What a huge gain that totally changes the tone of the drive.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. First down, Williams. This one's caught. And in for the Chicago touchdown. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Santos now for the extra point. And the kick is good. And the Bears continue adding on to that lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Fielded at the 7. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. They'll stuck this one on the ground with Pollard. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the gun, Levis. And they had that one contained right at the line. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Tyreek Stevenson has it.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
The Bears and Rashawn Johnson making their way out now. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
3rd down, here's Williams. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Couldn't find DJ Moore on that throw. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. This will be a 44-yard look. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And looking at the scoreboard, Brock, I think they can weather the miss there.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
Back out runs their offense. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the third. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. Escapes the sack. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
Not sure what else you want this quarterback to do, Kate. Broke through defenders, scrambling, buying time, doing all he can, yet nowhere to go. Tell you what, that's the hardest this defense has worked for a sack in a long time, and he did take a little out of their legs.
He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
Not one, not two, but 3 straight sacks to snuff out that drive. I'm not sure Kate will ever see a defense stick a QB in the ground like that on 3 straight plays, but this defense, they're pedal to the metal, unrelenting, and what an incredible effort.
Return starts from the 45. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. From the gun, Johnson. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Catch made by Allen. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing it.
And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's the Bears with possession, man, a big enough lead. They can probably coast the rest of the way. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Johnson up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running back sent in motion. To throw is Williams. He's got it on the slant. Touchdown, Chicago! That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. Santos now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears tack on 7 more to their lead.
Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. He'll begin his return from the 11. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Levis. Dumped off to his running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Left side caught by Ridley. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Titans will have a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Levis here on 1st down. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Intended target was Calvin Ridley. So it's 2nd down coming up. Levis throwing again. Caught by Pollard. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
The Bears closing in, and they'll get him. So after the play, some obvious concern from their sideline as they watch their quarterback out there in some pain. Training staff running out to check on him. Their punter making his way out now. And he'll try to hit this one well. He fields it cleanly. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The home teams ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together, finding the end zone. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. On the ground again with Johnson. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Titans will get set to take over. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First throw for the backup now. Forced out to his right. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Tried getting it to Calvin Ridley. And now they're going to face 3rd down. Now looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Terrific zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got 2 options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck it to run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. He is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Third and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Johnson with the pick. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Went to the well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
So up come the Bears to the line. They'll try another 2-point play.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th. Notice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Jackson now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. This offense ready to get going again now. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to the air, following the pick 6. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Dropping back to throw. Under pressure, and he goes down. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. Brock, I know you're a big fan of referencing baseball. Well, I believe that was 3 sacks, and they're out. Or in this case, get off the field following that safety.
No, that's a good call right there. You want baseball, Kate? I'll give you baseball. You know what that was? That was the equivalent of an immaculate inning in baseball. 9 strikes, 3 strikeouts, you're out. Back-to-back-to-back sacks. That's immaculate. And I don't think we'll see it again in this game.
Brings it in at the 12. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs, and he's now reached it with that last catch. They've got first down from the 31. Now a carry by Johnson, and he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
It's Johnson on second down. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire, getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
Going to the ground again on first. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to fight his way down to the 35-yard line. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Johnson again. Room to run inside the 20. And they finally get to him at the 15. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the second level and beyond.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Here's Johnson. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Here he goes on the bootleg. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Oh, and it's a fake. The holder's taken off. And they were all over this one. They stop him short, and the fake fails. The fake field goal does not get it done. This is going to be a turnover on downs.
Well, clearly the defense did not go all in on the block right there, and fortunate for them, because it allowed them to pivot when they saw the They stay in position to defend it beautifully.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing from the gun. And he won't escape. The Bears take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jalen Johnson with the pick. And the Bears get it as he makes his 3rd interception in this game. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Williams. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal. Blitz coming from Williams. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears continue adding to an insurmountable lead. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. From Sid Luckman in 1943 to Drew Brees in 2015. We've had 8 quarterbacks throw 7 touchdowns in one game. And now we have a 9th who's accomplished that feat as his dominance over this defense continues. Santos connects on the point after. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Jackson now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Titans and Mason Rudolph about ready to get back to work on offense. They gave one away on their first drive of the season. Now it's time to get one back with a touchdown on drive number 2. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know those elite zone defenses in basketball, Kate, it just feels like they're everywhere, clogging up every passing lane. This quarterback, well, he felt the same thing when he dropped back, nowhere to go before a sack.
Buys time, rolling right. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it and he watches the tape the next day. And he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks is so hard to do, and that is a master's class in how to take the ball away. Well done.
The home teams and receiver Keenan Allen making their way back out. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock, so high hopes again for this upcoming series. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. This is Johnson heading right. And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he's stopped. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. A give, this is Johnson. And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Off the play fake, Williams. And in for the Chicago touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
And it's one of the records that's always there lurking in the back of your mind whenever a QB's having a really good game, right, partner? And we're just fortunate that we were here to finally see it fall. He's the first ever to throw 8 touchdowns in a single game. Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Jackson now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Tight end motioning right. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. Definitely a rare moment we just witnessed here, Brock. That is their 2nd safety of this game. This defense is showing out.
Capitalizing on any and every opportunity they get. I'll tell you what, a lot of crazy things enter my mind during a football game, watching and analyzing. But 2 safeties, never seen it coming. You ever been in a game with 2 safeties, Kate?
No, I was ripping through the memory bank too, and I can't think of one.
Yeah, kudos to this defense to make it happen not once, but twice.
And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff.
Automatic 1st down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Now the give to Johnson. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. So the Bears come away with a win. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. The Bears winners as we say so long from Chicago.